As a writer on corporate boards, you'd expect me to focus on that aspect of business and major issues, sort of the way a barber judges world leaders by their haircuts. But the specific aspect of how your board duties fit in with the rest of your life responsibilities is an important element of good governance that receives too little attention. Now, as a governance geek, it pains me to admit that for most of you, the board-related mind share is a small percentage of what occupies your life. First off, there's stuff like family, eating, sleeping, and all those other things. They get crunched into the executive or business owner's life. Suppose instead we just look at the thought, time, effort, and investment you have to make for your work. This is a huge portion of your waking time, and it often demands the best of you. Focusing, sometimes even obsessing on your business is one of the reasons you've reached your current level of success. Now, carved out of this is a small but important portion of time and effort dedicated to your career itself. Networking, company politicking, staying in touch with recruiters, building your industry and social media presence, the usual drill. Now finally, among this, there's a tiny portion of work and mind share you squeeze out of the above, specifically for board of director interests. If you're a boardroom wannabe, this means reading and research through media like Boardroom Insider, targeted networking and outreach, and building a board-specific resume. If you're already a board member, the time and effort required becomes much more daunting. Life and career time often have to give way to fiduciary duties that have grown a lot more demanding over the past decade. And this commitment is usually periodic for committee and board roles, but an emergency that can explode to overwhelm your datebook planner, and that assumes no one's suing you yet. So there's a quandary facing business people when it comes to corporate boards. The effort and time demanded both to get on a board and certainly to serve on one tend to be afterthoughts in your very busy careers. But the value and responsibility of a boardroom role are both great. A seat on a board of directors is a major cap to any business career, and it's much sought after. But if you're really only able to treat it as a part-time hobby, maybe it's just not for you yet. I'm Ralph Ward from the Boardroom for March.